the question of faith and economics actually has bothered me since college. And I graduated from college in the 1980s prior to the collapse of the Soviet Union and found myself as a freshman in college. I'd been raised in the church. Got off to college and was reading the Communist Manifesto. And of course, I know Matthew 25. I had, that was sort of down in my bones that as Christians we're to be concerned about the least of these. And God cares about the poor, he expects us to as well. And unfortunately, because I didn't really understand anything about economics, when I read the Communist Manifesto and books by American Socialists, I very quickly became convinced that Christians, if we're going to be concerned about the poor and our fellow human beings, ought to be socialist. Now, I kept reading so that by the time I graduated from college, I had worked my way out of that opinion, and then frankly, the Soviet Union collapsed a couple of years later, and so I thought, okay, this is an argument that's been settled. I started writing on other things, but found myself back on Christian college campuses about 1999, and discovered that a lot of the ideas that I had in my mind in the 1980s were still alive and well in the 1990s in the minds of college freshmen and college sophomores. And this was after the collapse of the Soviet Union, so that convinced me the case for a free economy and the case for the compatibility of Christian theology and the free economy needs to be made anew to every generation. And so that's what inspired this book that became Money, Greed, and God.